Star Wars Celebration is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're here to have a chat about that with the 2025 Star Wars Celebration panel schedule. So let's get right into it, folks. Make sure you guys are liking this video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. There's always plenty of great content every single week here, you guys, so you definitely don't want to miss out on any of it. Just like on Mustafar, Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025 is bringing the heat. The countdown is on, and StarWars.com is pleased to announce the official schedule for the three main stages at Star Wars Celebration Japan. The Celebration, Galaxy, and Twin Sun stages will be home to a plethora of panels, discussions, surprises, and more. And I'm sure they're probably going to pull the same trick that they did last time, where they don't show us any of the big panels. The fans, the people that are watching live streams and stuff, they don't get to see the panels. Even the people that show up to Celebration don't get to see the panels unless you actually go to the panels themselves. Star Wars Celebration ain't what it used to be, folks. Our list of all the biggest panels is here to help guarantee that you and your crew secure the high ground throughout your celebration weekend. Friday, April 18th, here we go. Mandalorian and Grogu. Join Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and special guests for a sneak peek of what is to come for the Mandalorian and Grogu on their biggest adventure yet. This time on the big screen and hits theaters in 2026. So yeah, usually when they do like these big panels or whatever, they usually like to do them in the morning. That's kind of the trend I've noticed when it comes to Star Wars Celebration over the past couple times they've done it. So this is one of their big ones for sure, the Mandalorian and Grogu. There's going to be a lot of people that want to know more about that information, about that movie. I'm sure they're probably going to release a trailer at some point, right? All eyes are going to be on this weekend and just seeing the news that comes out of it. Again, it would be nice if like I could actually watch it and see it, but that ain't gonna happen. I legitimately, for those who don't know, I legitimately took off of work. The last time that they did Star Wars Celebration, I took off that entire time that Star Wars Celebration was going on because I was gonna be ready to start like grinding on the content. I was gonna be making so much stuff for the channel because I thought like, okay, there's gonna be all this stuff that they reveal and then we can do all these like live reactions and things like that. And then it never happened. So I was really let down by that. Star Wars Visions, The Duel, and The Pit. What is this? Star Wars Visions, Watch the Duel. Oh, it's just like a live watch-along? Okay. Lucasfilm Publishing, stories from a galaxy far, far away. Telling stories across Star Wars culture, Star Wars and Japan. Okay, Lucasfilm Animation's 20th anniversary. Okay, here we go, guys. Join Dave Filoni and Athena Portillo as we celebrate 20 years of Lucasfilm Animation's critically acclaimed stories and beloved characters, including a sneak peek of what is to come. People, what have I been telling y'all? I've been telling this to everybody that I have talked to here on this channel and people that I've talked to outside of this channel. They have been very, 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 very quiet on that animation front. The live action, they've been shooting their shots all over. We know what to expect there, but they haven't said anything for ages when it comes to this. Ever since the end of Bad Batch and Tales of the Empire, there's been no mention of Star Wars animation. And what did I say? I'm like, they're waiting for Celebration. That's going to be whatever's coming next. They're going to announce it at Star Wars Celebration. And I feel like this right here is my confirmation of that. So I look forward to seeing what they announce there. Now, let me also just specify this as well. You know, make sure you guys are staying tuned on my channel. If they bring out a bunch of different trailers, like whether it's for The Mandalorian and Grogu, whether it's for whatever Lucasfilm Animation has cooking up next, your boy's going to be reacting to it. Now, it may not be right away for a couple reasons. A, Japan is on a much different time zone than what I'm on. And then it will also be based around when I work. Because sorry, Lucasfilm, but I'm not falling for the same trick twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But at the end of the day, I will be reacting to these trailers at some point, whenever I've got the chance. So make sure you guys are staying tuned. Okay, what else we got here? Expanding the Star Wars galaxy through plastic models. Okay. Doug Chang designing the world of Skeleton Crew. Okay, so a behind the scenes of Skeleton Crew. All right, so we move on to Saturday. Star Wars Celebration is only 3 days this year, right? Usually it's been like 4 or 5. Like when I went to Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, I believe it was a 5-day event. I think me and my crew, we were only there for like 3 days, but I mean, it was just an incredible time. It was like the last celebration right before they changed everything up on us. All right, so we got Andor, Star Wars. Oh, sorry, I forgot I'm recording a video. Join creator, executive producer, and man who famously doesn't like Star Wars, Tony Gilroy, and executive producer Diego Luna, and cast for a sneak peek at the final season of Andor. Hope y'all have fun with that one. Ahsoka, join Dave Filoni and special guests as we look back on the first season of... Wait. No, you're supposed to talk about season 2. You guys aren't doing an Ahsoka season 2 panel? I thought that's what we were... I'm like, oh my gosh, we got like Andor here, we got Ahsoka, we're about to start cooking, but no. This is just a look back on season 1. Tell us what's coming next. I'm sure they will, but again, it's only going to be people that are in the room that get to see it. Doug Chiang's masterclass, working in the Star Wars art department. So it looks like Doug Chiang's going to be busy that whole weekend. A conversation with Oscar Isaac. Okay, Oscar Isaac's got his own panel. Good for him. Screening The Siege of Mandalore. Oh my goodness. Join us for a screening of The Siege of Mandalore, the 4-episode arc that makes up the cinematic final chapter of the critically acclaimed Star Wars The Clone Wars. Look, I will say this, okay? If I'm going to Star Wars Celebration, I don't know how much I'd actually want to just, like, sit there and watch Star Wars that I've already seen. Like, I feel like the whole purpose of Celebration, like, yeah, you can do, like, these behind-the-scenes panels and stuff that's coming up next. Like, even this Oscar Isaac one, like, I'm sure that'd be fun, right? Like, you get the man's perspective working on the films, and, you know, you get to talk about his, you know, I'm sure, like, stories and stuff that he's probably never told before, but... like, if you're just screening Star Wars, like, yes, it's a Siege of Mandalore, like, it's great and everything, but I don't know if I would be going to Star Wars Celebration to see that. Bit Reactor developer panel from featuring Respawn Entertainment and Lucasfilm Games for a first look at a Star Wars turn-based tactics game. Okay, so they're going to be announcing a new game, it looks like, on Saturday. Star Wars Cosplay Showcase, the Cosplay Showcase, that's always a big one for everybody. And then moving on to Sunday, April 20th. First look at Star Wars Visions Volume 3. So they're probably gonna, share a sneak peek of the shorts. Okay, so they'll probably have a trailer for that. All right, so I'm thinking Mando and Grogu trailer, next Star Wars animated show trailer, probably another Andor trailer, and then a Star Wars Visions trailer. Disney experiences building the galaxy with Walt Disney Imagineering. ILM presents The Mandalorian and Beyond, behind the scenes of The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and more. Oh my gosh, yes! The Fett family joined Temuera Morrison and Daniel Logan as they discuss their adventures betraying the iconic bounty hunters Jango and Boba Fett. Okay, people, if y'all haven't seen, one of the only panels that they actually released for people to see that was actually entertaining at Star Wars Celebration the last time was the Attack of the Clones panel. And my goodness, they had Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen out there, but the two standouts were Temuera Morrison and Daniel Logan. They stole the entire panel, and it had no reason to be as good as it was. And I guarantee you that's why they have their panel here. Of the non-news breaking panels that are there, this would be the #1 panel that I would go to. That sounds like a lot of fun. I hope everybody that checks that out has a great time. The heroic sidekicks of Star Wars. What's this? Anthony Daniels, Ahmed Best, and Alan Tudyk take the stage for a behind-the-scenes look at their performances as the heroic sidekicks of a galaxy far, far away. See, that sounds entertaining too. I'd go see that. Looks like you're going to have to choose between one or the other, though, because they're both going on at the same time. 50 Years of Magic, celebrating the legacy of Industrial Light and Magic. Join Industrial Light and Magic as we commemorate a monumental milestone, 50 years of groundbreaking visual effects artistry. Groundbreaking, as I said. Production mastery and technical innovation. In this panel, hear from longtime ILM veterans as they take you on a journey through this company's legendary achievements. Screening Star Wars Rebels finale. Relive the unforgettable Star Wars Rebels finale, which paved the way for future stories in The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. Okay, once again, I get it. I like, Star Wars Rebels finale, great finale. I don't know if I would be going to Star Wars Celebration to see that. And then, of course, the closing ceremony. So yeah, man, only 3 days this year for Star Wars Celebration. It's interesting. But again, I think the big takeaways are we're probably going to get a Mando and Grogu trailer, which I'd be excited about. A Lucasfilm animation trailer for whatever the next story is, and that's got to be like my most anticipated thing, if I'm being honest. A Star Wars Visions trailer, probably for Season 3, right? And then potentially another Andor Season 2 trailer. But then, of course, there's that Daniel Logan and Temuera Morrison panel, which I'm sure that's got to be one of the ones that they actually live stream, right? Like, surely. What I've noticed, what they did the last time was all of the panels where they announce new stuff, they don't show anybody except the people that show up. And honestly, I think it's even a crappy move that the people at Celebration don't even get to see it unless they're actually in the panels. And then especially as well for like the people who can't make Celebration, like it's nice to watch those panels and stuff, but like it's not a thing anymore. Back when I found out that like what Star Wars Celebration was and like how it was a thing, I always made it my mission to like to check out like as many of the panels as I could via live stream, because like the idea of that and of Star Wars Celebration was like such this cool concept to me, and I wanted to know about all the stuff that was coming up next and help build that excitement up. But if they continue on their current trajectory, man, it just thumbs down for me. But that is going to wrap us up for today, you guys. Let me know of everything that is going on at Celebration in 2025. What are you guys looking forward to the most? Are any of you guys going to Japan for Star Wars Celebration? Let me know in the comments and kind of let me know, like, are you guys going to be going to any of the panels? What are your guys' plans? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others to help support the channel, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.